Today, we are presented with the miracle of multiplication. Jesus received the 5 loaves, 5 barley loaves, and 2 fish, and the multitude that gathered around him, they were too much as to compare with the 5 loaves and 2 fish. Jesus didn't complain about the scarcity of his resources, the resources around him at his disposal with which to quench the hunger of those people. Jesus didn't pray that God could multiply the loaves or the fish. Andrew, in his own side, saw the impossibility of those 5 loaves and the 2 fish to feed more than 5,000 people that gathered around Jesus. Philip himself saw that even 200 denarii couldn't even buy enough food to feed those people. So Philip and Andrew, both of them saw the impossibility. In fact, in reality, it could be impossible. Jesus himself collected the 5 loaves and the 2 fish. Jesus raised both of them, the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, up. He didn't pray that God could multiply. He didn't complain to God that this is too small as regards the problem that was facing him. What did he do? He gave thanks. In the scarcity, in the limitedness of the resources at his disposal, Jesus still gave thanks. He thanked God. Thanksgiving to God, a sign of gratitude. So Jesus was so grateful even with the little one that he had. And it was in that gratitude that the little one multiplied. It was when he was giving thanks that the 5 loaves and the 2 fish became multiplied. And not just that, after giving thanks, he didn't say that this is still as it was. He gave to his disciples to continue distributing. That's what is called leap of faith. You know, sometimes we sit down mourning and being sorrowful about the scarcity of our resources. There are a lot of problems around us, many problems that gathered around us, or even that are still gathering around us. But when we look at the solution at our disposal, you begin to complain that this wouldn't be enough to solve this particular problem. You see somebody, a couple, they have one child, and that one child is not enough for them. They still want to get more. But that one child, they don't see the reason why they should always thank God for that just one child. They always complain. They only see impossibility in that particular situation. This particular miracle of multiplication tells us that in the impossibility of our situation, that we should not be engrossed, focused on the problem, as to forget that there is still the possibility of grace, as to focus on the solution. There is something about human mind. Human mind focuses on one thing at a time. When you focus on the problem, everything you will see become problem. But if you just cover your eyes on the problem and focus on the solution, look for the solution. As Jesus looked for solution, Philip was looking at the problem. Andrew was seeing the problem. Jesus looked at the solution. And now the little boy himself didn't say to Jesus, this is too small, and perhaps this could be the lunch of that little boy. But he just presented it. I don't know what was in the heart of that little boy, but I know that the little boy just presented it because of the gratefulness in his heart, because of the love he had for Jesus. And Jesus didn't look at the arithmetic calculation. The little boy didn't look at the arithmetic calculation. Both of them looked at the loving contemplation, the loving heart, the heart with which the boy gave the pen. And it was that loving heart that Jesus used to raise that thing up, offered them up to God in thanksgiving. And as we say, that gratitude equals beatitude. It is gratitude that ensures the multitude of our beatitude. An ungrateful heart, nothing you will give that person will be enough for the person. Nothing. It is gratitude that makes what we have to be enough. O wee ndị Igbo na-atụ n'ilu si na nọmba drọbụ na ọjị ezuru. Ọ bụ na ị bịa na meeting, a na-eme meeting, ọ bụ na ọjị pere mpe, it is ọ bụrụ that na oge ezu onye ọbụla, but the love of sharing, the gratefulness in our hearts will make us to even we use our nails to cut, each person will receive, and it will go round. Gratitude for one another, for the presence of each other. So we are called today to not always look at the problem. Let us always, even in this littleness, the limitedness of our resources, let us always raise them up to God the Father and give thanks. Offer them up to God. When God receives them in our thankfulness, you will see how multiplied they will become for us. But if you engross in crying, in weeping, in being sorrowful, in complaining, nothing God will give you will be enough for you.